It's Dirty Honey right here on your Classic Metal Show with When I'm Gone. That one going up by request to Skippy in the chat room.
There you go.
Another testament to how great Led Zeppelin is.
Yeah. Dude, Dirty Honey is fucking great, dude.
Well, dude, just think about this. Think about all the bands throughout the history of hard rock and metal.
Yeah.
That have tipped their hats to Led Zeppelin. I mean, Led Zeppelin existed for roughly 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And everybody, I won't say everybody, but many bands since then have basically patterned their music stylings after something Led Zeppelin did.
Oh, sure.
And it's just like, for a band of four guys, Jimmy Page, obviously, mastermind behind the band.
Right.
And the charisma of Robert Plant, and, of course, the rhythm section of John Paul Jones and John Bonham.
Right.
It's like they invented everything.
Oh, yeah. They changed the game.
Yeah, in 10 years of their existence, they basically invented everything in hard rock and metal. And then anybody and everybody who came after them, they just more or less glommed onto it and built out of that.
Yeah. No, Zepp's amazing, dude.
So
I love it when people say, "Oh, they weren't very good."
Really?
Yeah.
Well, listen to how many bands have tried to copy or even borrow from what they did.
Yeah, dude. The proof is in the pudding. They have 100 and whatever songs, and at least 50 of them everybody knows. At least 50. Dude, when you listen to that 4-disc box set, the big box that they put out, you know every fucking song. You don't have to be a hardcore to know every song on there, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's what, 12 songs a disc and 4 discs. 48 songs.
Yeah.
Dude, they were a hit machine.
Yeah. So that, that Dirty Honey, that song I just played there, When I'm Gone.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been more Zeppelin-esque than anything.
But you know what? If that's what rock is going to turn into, okay with me.
Yeah. I mean, look at Greta Van Fleet having such great success, and all you can think of is, Zeppelin clone.
Yeah. I'm the same way with them. There's a lot of people that hate them because they sound like Zepp. Or they don't like the singer. They think the singer's not as good. But I'll take them all day long too. Rival Sons is another one. Rival Sons is a great band.
Well, even going back to the 80s, White Snake.
Yeah.
Or obviously Kingdom Come.
Absolutely.
Everybody borrowing from the Zeppelin sound.
Of course. Yeah, and it's all so good. I mean, it's all... all of it is like, right now I'm really hot for Dirty Honey, and I really like that band. But let's face it, you take those 5 songs on the EP, there's not a damn one of them that's as good as anything on Anything But Coda. Those songs might make Coda, but they wouldn't make Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, or 4.
No,
not one of those songs, not a single one of them. That's the legend of Led Zeppelin. They were in such a fucking headspace. Those drugs that they were doing, the combination between the 4 brains and the 4 sets of drugs and alcohol they were doing was magical. Absolutely magical. And it's why none of them have had any major success after. They just weren't able to do it without each other.
Well, it was definitely a capture lightning in a jar moment.
Yeah. I mean, Robert has had a pretty good career after Zeppelin, but even that, I mean, if you ask people to name their top 5 Robert Plant songs, they're all 5 are going to come from the Zepp catalog. Nobody's going to be like, you know what it is for me? It's Big Log, man. That's one of my top 3 ever, dude.
The tall, cool one.
Yeah, the tall, cool one. Or, nobody's gonna do that. I'm in the mood, man. That's the shit. And I like those albums.
I do too. I have all of them.
I have all of them as well. And even the weird ones that he's done recently, Raising Sand and shit like that, I still kind of like that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not bad. You know, I mean, Robert's a talent all by himself, but without those other guys, he's a different talent. You know, none of those other bands were any good at all. The Jimmy's solo career was shit. You know, Outrider had a couple of good songs on it, but it's not really very good.
Yeah.
The Crooked Vultures from
John Paul Jones.
That's not very good.
The Firm. I know you like The Firm.
I do like The Firm. That I do like. But The Firm, I mean, that's a super group, though, really. You know, the Firm. I like The Firm, but not only because Jimmy's in it. I'll be honest. I'm more of a Firm fan because of the singer than the guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Paul Rodgers makes The Firm.
Yeah, Paul Rodgers, as a vocalist, he is just amazing.
Look at Metal Mike in the chat room. The Firm sucked. You fucking suck, Metal Mike.
I would challenge Metal Mike in the chat room to actually sit and listen to the two Firm releases with an open mind, and I think that you would probably discover something in there that you didn't hear before and go, you know what, this is actually pretty good.
In fact, here would be the real challenge. Take out Radioactive and All the King's Horses. Take those two records out and then listen. Those two singles and then listen, so that you're not listening to the radio shit. You know, I guess, you know what, I'm gonna step back on my Jimmy Page hasn't done much good after, because The Firm was good, and now people are pointing to Coverdale Page, which I absolutely love too.
But that was Zeppelin.
That was the next Zeppelin record.
I mean, seriously. I mean, David Coverdale was stealing Robert Plant's shtick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even from the video for what was it? Something Pride? Mm-hmm. Pride and Glory or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He actually did the whole Robert Plant moves and shit in the video.
I know. But yeah, that's a killer record. That song at the end, what was it? Whisper a Prayer for the Dying. That's a great jam.
Yeah.
Whatever that song is called. I think that's what it's called. But
that Coverdale Page release, that could have been easily a Zeppelin record.
Oh, certainly. It was the next Zeppelin record. It just never happened. Jimmy had the song. I'm sure Jimmy wrote all those songs, don't you think?
Yeah, I would think so.
You know, or at least the music to them, and maybe David wrote the words, but you know, I'm sure musically Jimmy wrote all that stuff, because it sounds like Zepp.
It does.
Yeah, that's a good point, and I love the Firm Mean Business is one of my like top 20 albums ever. I love that album. You know, there was people. I always thought they picked the wrong tunes to release on that one, because they went with Fortune Hunter, I think, and with All the King's Horses, and those are okay songs, but those were just not the songs. You know, what is that song? Free to Live should have been one of them, and I'm pulling it up right now. Firm Mean Business. I just can't think of the names of the songs to tell you which ones are great, but Live in Peace is a great song. Free to Live is a great song. Spirit of Love is a great song. Tear Down the Walls, that has that cool riff at the beginning of it. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. It's fucking awesome. I love the Firm Mean Business, man. Such a good record.
It was. I was working at the Camelot when that came out.
Yeah. Dude, this is the dumbest thing ever. I bought it from Peaches in what was that place in Randall or whatever?
Randall Park Mall?
Not Randall Park Mall, right now, Southgate. It was in Southgate, that little strip plaza that they have over there.
Okay.
They had a Peaches. And I went with my girlfriend at the time because she could drive and I couldn't. She was a little older than me and she could drive. I was so young.
All right.
And so I got that record, or maybe I could drive. I don't remember why I was with her, to be honest. Because I'm looking, it was 86, so I had a license by then. But for whatever reason, she drove. I was in the bitch seat. And all the way down, she was listening to Whitney Houston. The record with, How Would I Know If She Really Loves Me?
Right.
You know, and The Greatest Love of All that stuff. all the way down to the record store, it was Whitney Houston, and she was all bopping her head around and whatever, just having a good time. And I won't lie, I'm in there singing the songs with her. I'm like, yeah, I obviously know the songs. And on the way back, it was The Firm. We put The Firm in, and she was so fucking pissed off at me because she was not into that at all. She was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Can you pull up Fortune Hunter?
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of Fortune Hunter, because it makes for the story, because she was definitely a pop chick. She was only into pop music. And then this kicked in. This Fortune Hunter kicked in. She was like, what the fuck?
That's funny. All right, here we go. That song right there, that's the roll down the windows in summertime and blow down the freeway at 100 miles an hour.
Fuck yeah, it is. And then you go right from that to the next song, which is that slow driving groove, that Cadillac. It's, slip inside my Cadillac. Yeah.
That slow grind.
You suck this dick, bitch.
A lot of dirtiness there.
I love it.
That's a lot of dirty grooves.
Dude, let's play through this album because I love it. Then the next song is a totally different vibe. Is the radio vibe with All the King's Horses, right?
Right.
That was the next one, yeah. So you go from that dirty groove to
more poppy stuff.
They say our love was never meant to be, that time would make it just a memory, but they don't know, how can they understand? We didn't build no castles in the sand. And all the king's horses, all the king's men, couldn't storm this tower of love, my friend.
I tell you what, Paul Rodgers is just amazing.
He's awesome.
I mean, aside from the synthesizer, he's singing that a cappella, really.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome.
Now,
but then,
how can our friend there in the chat room say this album sucks?
I don't know, unless he had a different record or something. Because this record rules.
Yeah, it's a good disc. Okay, next one is Live in Peace,
which is probably my favorite on the whole goddamn record.
All right.
Early in the morning, just as the sun was rising, came without a warning, the sound of the uprising, gunfire in the street, women and children crying.
It's the El Paso in Walmart in El Paso.
Men and young boys dying. Yeah, yeah. Why can't we live in peace? We live in troubled times.
Fuck this record. I'm not playing this anymore.
That's just so fucking good. It ain't even funny.
This record sucks.
I can't believe. Well, he even said, well, maybe it was Radioactive that turned me off. And I admit, I did not like
that song. I didn't dig that at all. But this record kicks ass.
This one does, and it got no love. Even on Wikipedia, and this is obviously that's not a good source, but the score on it for Rolling Stone, of course, they're a bastion of knowledge. They gave it an unfavorable review. And All Music gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. They're on drugs. This fucking record is a 5 out of 5.
It is.
This thing is great.
All right. This one is called Tear Down the Walls.
And this has a nasty guitar riff right at the beginning, which is great. Yeah. Big bass line.
She was pretty as a picture. She was sharper than a photograph. She was everything I needed. In her smile and the way she laughed. I was going through the changes that made me what I am today. I was looking at all the dangers instead of trying to do it my own way. Say it's easy on the outside, baby, but you wanna try again.
I got this feeling when you're touching my heart.
I thought you were going to change the words. Got this feeling when you're touching my cock.
Dance, 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 dance to the rhythm of nuts.
There you go.
I love that fucking song too. That's a good one.
All right. The next one here is called Dreaming.
And this one's this is probably the dud of the record.
Yeah,
'cause
this
it's
is
a little slow.
the ballady.
Yeah, this one's a little sucky.
All right. This is the one you got to lure your chick into listening to it with you.
This is where it should have started.
Exactly. See? Still got that sexy guitar tone, though.
Perfect smile. I know every word of this album, dude.
All right. The next one is Free to Live,
which is another great one. Probably my second favorite on the record.
Okay, here we go.
I like that right there. Hey, stop right here. Stop right here for a minute. Stop. play this part again, but listen for when this bass line kicks in. That is the baddest fucking thing on this record, is when they lure you in with that little loopy guitar thing that Jimmy's doing, and then all of a sudden Tony Franklin comes in and goes boom, 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 and it's like, whoa.
All right, here we go.
Me, and that's all I have to give. Together we'll be free, free to live, free to live. Fucking awesome. Come on.
And then we've got Spirit of Love,
which is another great one. Let you have the spirit of love.
And no, this is not a Scorpions cover.
Oh, this is a great one.
This is not Journey either. Yeah, Paul Rodgers, man.
Paul Rodgers fucking rules.
He does.
There's nothing that guy could do wrong. And you know what's amazing about Paul Rodgers? He still sounds that good.
He does. He sounds exactly like he did 40 years ago.
Yeah. He sounds as good as he did when, what was he in first? Free?
Free and then Bad Company.
Bad Company. But, I mean, he sounded the same with Free as he does now with Bad Company. He's awesome. Just fucking awesome, man. What a great record, though. You know what? You need to, I'm not going to say that you're stupid or anything there, Metal Mike, but, man, you need to really give that another listen.
Yep.
I think you were listening through a kid's ears, and now you've matured.
Yeah.
To appreciate that. Now, the first album, I don't love the first album like I do Mean Business.
Well, they gelled on the second album.
Yeah.
The first album was, you know, it was a good introduction to them. But their second record, with their sophomore release,
yeah,
they gelled.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the track list right now, and I don't like many of these songs. Like, I hate Radioactive. And I got up time, don't need no glasses, or I don't even know the words, because I fucking hated it. I just remember how overplayed it was on the radio.
Well, it was, not only that, but on MTV, too, because... Yeah. You know, because it had two legendary guys in it with Jimmy Page. It was post Led Zeppelin Jimmy Page.
It was.
You know, so that was the big deal because it'd been, three to 4 years since the demise of.
Yeah. This came out in 85.
Yeah.
First one, 85.
Yeah, so it was 5 years since the demise of Zeppelin, and this was the reemergence of Jimmy Page in a commercial platform.
Right. But they, again, came out with bad songs. Radioactive was the first hit, which I guess was not a bad pick. I mean, it was huge. But then remember they did the cover of the Righteous Brothers, You've Lost That Love and Feeling, and that stinks. I'm sorry, but that's just a bad cover of that song. Paul Rodgers or not, it's like a dreary cover of a dreary already song. And the only song that I really, really liked on that record was the song Satisfaction Guaranteed. That's a cool song. It's on the back half of the record somewhere. But it's like track 8 of 9.
Zeppelin guitar.
Yeah.
Mystery surrounds me, and I wonder where I'm going. There's a cloud above me, and it seems to hide the way. I'm going straight ahead, 'cause it's the only way I know. I wanna leave the past and live just for today. Now then, tell me, baby, do you need my love? Tell me, baby, are you thinking of me? Tell me, baby, what it is you need. What kind of satisfaction guarantee? Sitting in the gut.
Yeah, that was like the second hit off that record, wasn't it?
Was that a hit? I don't even
It
know
was
if
a hit, yeah.
I'm looking right now. Radioactive, Closer was the second hit, and then Satisfaction was the third.
Mm-hmm.
Satisfaction, that's a great song.
It
man.
is a great song.
And Paul Rodgers doing the high voice and the low voice in the same song, like the way he counters it. And again, this is me being the music dork that I am.
Well, but the thing is that's what makes certain records endearing to you, is because you break it down
right?
and go, wow, listen to what they did here, and wow, check out what they did there.
Yeah. Did you notice though on that song, he uses his upper register leading to the chorus, and then he drops to lower register for the chorus, which is kind of like ass backwards of every other hit record in the history of mankind. You know, most of them start with their low end thing and they build to
the crescendo, and then they bring it up a notch.
Yeah, and he did it completely backwards on that song, and that's why I love that song, because it was so different than anything.
You're a
that's on the
fucking
radio.
geek. Shut up.
I am.
Yeah. Who do you think you are? Some kind of a musicologist or something?
Not me. I'm just a fan. I am just a fan.
Well, there's a lot of great discs out there. If you're missing out on, if you write it off because it's just, oh, I hated that one song on there, the whole disc must suck.
Yeah. The Firm is one of those bands, though, I am always amazed that everybody didn't love. And even back in the day, everybody didn't love it. And I never understood it, because
I know why.
Why?
Because it's not Bad Company and it's not Led Zeppelin.
But everybody loved both of those bands.
They did, but they wanted a repeat.
And that's why
that's the whole thing. It's just like, this isn't Zeppelin, man. This doesn't sound like Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Bad Company. This doesn't sound like Bad Company, man.
I just think that's shallow.
Well, it is shallow. But when you're dealing with people who are spoon-fed stuff from commercial radio,
right?
It's just like, oh, that's not what I want to hear, man.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I couldn't stop. The Firm Mean Business, I must have worn that cassette tape out 10 times. I know I bought it 10 different times before MP3s came along. And finally, when the MP3s came along, I bought the disc and ripped it to MP3, which it will never leave my phone again.
Yeah.
No matter what phone I have, it will be one of the top first albums that I add to it. Right after Tool. Oh, I don't have to now because it's on streaming.
Yeah, but I'll guarantee you, in fact, because I did work in the record store at the time, that's what people wanted to hear. They go, oh, well, Jimmy Page is involved with this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm expecting to hear Led Zeppelin. And then when they don't hear Led Zeppelin specifically, then it's just like, this sucks. This isn't what I want to hear.
Yeah. Dude, wouldn't it be great if they did a Firm reunion?
Well, they could.
I would travel for that.
All the guys are still around.
The guys are still alive, and none of them are really doing anything. I mean, Paul Rodgers is, he plays Bad Company shows every summer, but he's not none of them are recording any music or anything. Jimmy Page is, reissuing the next Led Zeppelin catalog. Tony Franklin, well, he's always busy, but he'd find time for the firm, I would think. And Chris Slade, what's he doing? Just being bald somewhere. I mean, he wasn't he back in AC/DC for a minute there?
Yeah, he was.
But now Phil Rutta's back.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Phil Rutta's back. He's going to be, he's on the new record.
Again, I haven't caught up, so I guess now did they get Cliff back out of retirement to do this?
I think so. They did. All of this is based on just photos that they have outside of a recording studio, but Cliff was there.
All right.
Cliff was there. Brian's there. Rudd is there. The son of
the nephew.
The nephew, whatever, of Malcolm. Angus, and an urn.
Okay. And an urn.
Too soon?
It's never too soon. Could have been yesterday for all I care.
Oh. I know. It's not like I know him.
See, that's your cold-heartedness, man.
But did you see how quick I was with that joke?
Yeah. That's not funny.
I
didn't find anything funny about that. That's tragic, man.
Yeah, well.
Stop bringing me down.
Fuck off and die appreciated the speed of that joke.
So there you are. If you haven't discovered the firm, especially the second release, Mean Business, go check it out and learn about it a little bit.
Yeah, please do. Good shit.
Now, since we're talking about Paul Rodgers,
yes, sir.
What is your favorite Bad Company album?
If I say the greatest hits, am I a douche?
Well, that isn't really an album, is it?
Well, it is. It's the first one I ever owned was 10 from 6. God, dude, those albums are so good, and they're also about equal. I love what's the one called? Rough Diamonds. Rough Diamonds, I remember I stole from Kmart. It's blue. I remember the cover's real blue on it, and it has the song Electric Land on it, which I love. And it has Cross Country Boy on it, which was another really good one. That was a good one. Let me pull up the Bad Company records and see what. Not gonna lie, I like the ones without Paul Rodgers.
Well, I did too, but I think as far as the Paul Rodgers era goes, I think probably for me personally, I like Straight Shooter.
Straight Shooter's a good one. I'm looking, trying to figure out what's on what. See, because I've always listened on the greatest hits or the box set.
But I did like the Brian Howe era. I mean, he did not copy Paul Rodgers' vocal style, but they were some good songs.
I'm going to go with the debut because I love, first of all, my favorite song from Bad Company is on it, Seagull. That's the jam.
Right.
And obviously Can't Get Enough is on that one, and Ready for Love. I know it's a cover, but I love that one. Does anybody remember that being a Mott the Hoople song? Or does everybody just think it's a Bad Company song?
I think everybody thinks it's a Bad Company song.
Sorry, Mott the Hoople, but you lost that one.
Yeah.
Rock Steady's a great song on that one. The Way I Choose is a great song on that one. Yeah, that whole record is great. All those songs are good. And you said Straight Shooter?
Yeah.
It's on Straight Shooter. Let's see. Good Lovin' Gone Bad.
That is such a jam right there, because that just sums it all up.
Give us a little of that. That's a good one.
Some Good Lovin' Gone Bad.
Yeah. We're just playing tunes this segment. This is
so what? People
DJ
need,
show.
Well, people need to discover some stuff that maybe have escaped them.
Right.
And since we're old and shit,
that's about it.
We can kind of reintroduce some things that maybe some of our younger listeners maybe have missed.
That's right. Look at Phil in the chat room. Mata hoople.
Right. All right. Well, this is one of my favorite tunes because this just talks about relationships and shit, and it sums it up perfectly.
All right.
I think that's where I got my philosophy. When I say it's over, that's it. I'm going to quit. You'll never hear from me again.
If you come a knocking, I ain't gonna answer, bitch.
Yeah.
I know that's
Cheating
that's how I
is
always
one thing and lying is another.
I know. Did you always sing bitch or did you sing babe at the end of that line?
Bitch, of course.
I always sang bitch.
Of course.
That's great tune,
but
man.
just the anger in his voice is just like, cheating is one thing, but lying is another. When I say that's it, I'm going to quit.
So go fuck your mother. Oops.
More or less. He's pissed.
Yeah, give me some more of that. That's such a good
think
jam.
that's what I like about this song, because he's just angry in this song.
Yeah,
He's
he is.
fucking pissed. It's like, you fucking bitch.
Yep.
So mad his voice cracks.
Yeah, and they didn't even edit it out. Just think, if this was modern, they would have edited that
Of
right
course.
out and retake it.
He was so mad his voice cracked at the top.
Meanwhile, Bad Company just don't want to spend the extra $1.25 for the tape.
Right.
That's why they just left it in there.
Or it's a raw take, and it's just like, yeah, I feel the pain. I feel the hurt and the anger and the pissed offness of this.
Yeah, he might have done this in one take.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
I ain't complaining, just trying to understand what makes a woman do the things she does. One day she'll love you, the next day she'll leave you. Why can't we have it just the way it used to be? Woo! Woo! Why can't we have it, baby? 'Cause I'm a man, I got my pride. I don't need no woman to hurt me inside. I need a love like any other, yeah. So go on and leave me for another. Good loving gone bad, yeah, 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 yeah. Good loving gone bad, bad, bad. Good loving gone bad, yeah.
'Cause baby, I'm a bad man. I love that song.
Dude, that might as well. Sheldon's fired. That's our new theme. Because that's me and you. Both of us. You want to go find another guy? Go ahead. Beat it, bitch. Because I got pride.
How about that guy that killed that quote unquote that Instagram influencer because she told him he wasn't worthy for sex?
Yeah, beat it.
Did you hear about that?
Did hear about that.
Oh my God.
This world's fucked.
Yeah, I had to kill her because she said that I was inadequate.
Instead of just fucking saying, beat it, bitch. I'm out of here.
I'm inadequate. I'll show you inadequate.
Yeah, see if this bullet's inadequate. Jesus.
As much as I enjoy this record, and in track number 2 is Feel Like Making Love.
Oh, yeah.
The only one that I can really enjoy is Susanna Hoffs doing that live.
Really? You don't like it anymore by them?
No. Watching that video of her on that mic and just up on stage just kicking ass.
Yeah, just grinding.
If you've never seen that video of Susanna Hoffs singing Bad Company, Feel Like Making Love.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to look it up on YouTube. I watch that at least once a week.
Yep, and that's why Neeley has stock in Kleenex.
She is just raw on that microphone.
And by raw, her pussy is soaked. Her pussy is soaked on that stage while she's just fucking writhing around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. It's great. But I like the Bad Company version.
I like it too. But boy, just watching her do that cover.
Right.
Damn.
And the obvious shooting star.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that's the all-time Bad Company song. And it's a good song. Even after all these years and it's been played to death, do you still love it? I still love it.
I do too. I mean, it tells a good story.
Yeah.
You know what I equate that song to? It's almost like a companion song.
What?
Jukebox Hero.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Think about that. Think about the storyline and, being a shooting star to being a jukebox hero.
I wonder if it was.
I don't know. To me, those songs go hand in hand almost.
I'd ask Lou Graham, but he probably lost that part of his brain to remember.
Old pudding brain.
Old pudding head.
Right. Anything else?
I'm trying to think on that one. See, the whole second half of that record is good, but nobody knows any of those songs. Deal with the Preacher and Wildfire Woman and stuff.
Right.
Those are all good. I'm looking for what's on Burning Sky. God, I don't even know any of these songs. I don't know that I ever owned this record. Do you know this one?
I don't know. I really don't.
I don't know any of these songs. Burning Sky, Morning Sun, Leaving You, Like Water, Knapsack, Everything I Need, Heartbeat, Peace of Mind, Passing Time, Too Bad, Man Needs Woman, and Master of Ceremony. I don't know any of those songs. How did I not ever have this? I thought I had all of them. Desolation Angels, I know I had. That's a great one because that has Rock and Roll Fantasy on it. Yeah, Rock and Roll Fantasy, Gone, Gone, Gone. Another good one. Give me a little Gone, Gone, Gone. That's a good one.
Okay. What's that one on?
It's on Desolation Angels.
Okay. Let's see here. Running with the Pack, Burning Sky, Desolation Angels. Gone, Gone, Gone. Here we go.
Forever. It ain't the first time, baby. Baby, it won't be the last. I better get the boys round and do some drinking fast. 'Cause she's gone, gone, gone. I don't know if I'm happy. I don't know if I'm sad. She's gone.
I vote for Happy.
I don't know if I'll cry. I don't know if I'll die.
So good.
Another one of our theme songs.
I don't know if I'm sad. Don't know if I'm happy. She's fucking gone. I'm going to have a few drinks now.
But party or drown in my sorrows. I haven't decided which.
Yeah. Is it a celebration, bitch, or is it sadness?
Can't figure it out. Maybe with a few more drinks, I'll figure it out.
Maybe I'll get some clarity.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it great how these bands have basically made a career out of their piss poor relationships?
They all have terrible because they're on the road all the time.
It's always some woman.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, dude, the truth of the matter is, what are they doing? They're out there sticking their dick in somebody else in every city, and the chicks can't handle it. And I don't know that they should or they shouldn't, but I think it's pretty ridiculous when you're dating somebody that's selling 3 million records and touring 300 shows a year. If you think he's going to be faithful to you, you're a dummy. Just a dummy. No guy that has 100 hot women a night, every single night, throwing their pussy at him is not going to stick their dick in a few of them. right? No one.
Yeah, they'll let you grab them by the... Oh, wait a minute. We're not allowed to say that.
Can't say that. But you know I'm right on that. It's an impossibility. We're not wired that way. We're supposed to fuck all these women.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main perk of being in a band.
Exactly.
The money is allegedly the main perk, but the main perk is getting all that pussy that was turning you away in high school and whatnot. It's like, I'll show you, bitch, and you, bitch, and you, bitch. You know, you just keep showing.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, I would imagine.
I've got to think that's what they're thinking. All right, give me some holy water.
Oh, yeah, that's Brian Howe.
Brian Howe, who looks like a broken catcher's mitt these days.
Yeah, boy, I don't know what happened to that guy.
Cigarettes, gotta be.
Yeah, I saw them several times, and probably one of the best shows that I saw, they played with Lynyrd Skynyrd at the Akron Civic Theater. At the Rhodes Arena.
Okay.
Did you see that show?
See that show, no.
Yeah, it was Lynyrd Skynyrd with Bad Company.
Wow, that would have been great.
And that was a really good show.
Hell yeah. Brian Howe could bring it.
He could.
I don't know what, he looks like he hit that, that new app that's around that ages people's face.
Yeah.
He looks like he put his face through it like 13 times. I mean, I know he's probably, about 60 years old?
Yeah,
but
he's not that old, but boy, something happened to him.
I have to think he smokes like 43 packs of cigarettes a day. Because his face, I make the catcher's mitt joke, but that's what it looks like. And I like, actually, he's older. Maybe that's part of it too. He's actually older. Guess how old he is?
73.
Not that old. He's 66.
Okay.
But still, guys can look old at 66. 66 with a lot of drugs and booze and smoke. That'll do it.
Yeah.
So.
Hail and Kill, caller, you're on the air.
Hail and Kill. Paul Rodgers is great. The only misstep I have with him was the Queen thing.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I was actually going to bring that up, but yeah, I didn't get that whole pairing at all.
And I think the only reason they approached him about it, because they always said Freddie Mercury said that was his favorite singer.
Yeah, it was a bad. That the Cosmos Rocks, I think, is the name of the album. What a bag of shit that is.
Terrible.
Just awful.
Yeah.
And that's amazing because Queen was a pretty cool band, and Bad Company's obviously a cool band, but Jesus God, the Cosmos Rocks, that just sucks.
Yeah, that was not a good pairing.
The other thing that kills me, and it got a lot of attention to him, but God, when Five Finger Death Punch covered Bad Company, I wanted to kill myself. It was awful.
Well, no, I actually thought that was a good song. I actually liked that cover. I thought it was pretty good.
You can have it.
You didn't like it at all?
Oh, you can have it.
No, I don't like it either.
Okay, I didn't mind it.
I guess just because I hate that band as well. I don't know.
Well, I didn't have an opinion on the band at all when I heard the cover, but I thought as far as kind of roughing it up a little bit, I thought they did pretty good with that.
What was the last time when you guys saw Paul Rodgers live? Mine was like 10 years ago. He was great. I just wonder what he's like now.
When did I... God, it's been like 10 years for me too, hasn't it, Neeley?
Yeah, you saw him in Detroit, didn't you?
And he played that wedding. It was the wedding band. Bad Company was the wedding band. That was the shit.
Nice.
Yeah, you were at the GTE Center, right?
Yeah, it was Bad Company and the Doobie Brothers, but Bad Company, there was a wedding, and I was invited to the wedding, and they came out at the wedding. It was great.
Huh. Yeah, I just wonder if he's good as he always is. I imagine he is.
Well, I imagine you could probably find something on YouTube of a recent performance, and you could kind of judge it yourself.
Yeah, he's still touring.
Yeah. One last thing that was so funny, this Susanna Hoff thing. I was flipping through your YouTube channel this week, and you had that one segment, I don't know how long ago it was, but if you would bang her to Lulu. Remember that?
Yes.
Your reaction was like, yeah, I can't do it. It was so funny. So funny.
Well, you got to look up Susanna doing "Feel Like Making Love," though. Man, that is a good video.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
That is a good one.
Well, speaking of what are they doing today, what does she look like?
She looks good.
Good.
She's what, 58?
Is she 60?
I think she's 58 or 59 now, but she still looks good.
Right. Well, I always wondered why didn't Paul Rodgers and Paige get back together and try to do the firm within the last 10 years? Since Paige has done nothing.
Because it wasn't successful enough the first time. You got to remember, these guys live an
I don't
extravagant lifestyle. They're used to being pampered. You know, the firm would play 3 to 4,000 seaters at best now.
Yeah, but bad companies playing the fair circuit now.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't think it's successful enough for those. You know, those guys get a lot of money to play, and they would. I cannot imagine. I mean, what would the ticket cost be for that? For Jimmy Page and Paul Rodgers together? Fuck, $200 a ticket?
Probably.
And no one would go. That's the problem. It's priced. They would have to take a pay cut to do it, or Rodgers would, and he won't take a pay cut. Jimmy's a fucking billionaire, so he only comes out whenever he can remaster the remaster of the remaster. That's the only time he comes out, and that's only to do a press conference. And think about it, when's the last time you saw Jimmy Page with a guitar?
That's stupid. It's Gonna Get Loud movie with Jack White.
How long ago was that?
8 years? I don't know. I lose track of time.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's you don't see Jimmy Page still playing today.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Or maybe the last time was a reunion. How long ago was the Led Zeppelin reunion?
That
10?
was 07.
Yeah.
So 12? Holy crap.
Yeah, the O2 Arena.
Yeah.
That just seemed like last week.
Celebration Day.
Right. Oh, well. I called last week, and I admitted, I was a Chrisophile where I was like, I'm ready to go at any time. I'm just over it. The whole thing, I wanted to clarify something. I love life and all that stuff. I'm just tired of dealing with clowns. There's so many clowns out there. You know what I mean? I saw a T-shirt the other day a guy was wearing. It said, I used to be a people person, then people ruined that.
Well, you need to go over to Infowars.com and get your Clown World T-shirt.
It's brutal. It's just brutal. Oh well. Kill and kill. Hand job.
Nice. All right, play some of that.
Holy water.
Five Finger.
Oh, Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, give me some Five Finger.
All right. Let's see.
Let's branch off here. Since he said it's terrible and I said it's terrible, let's see if it's really terrible or if it's just I heard it. I think I've only heard it twice.
Okay.
I'm gonna be fair and say that I did not give it a look.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I really didn't mind it at all.
A company always on the run, a destiny, oh, it's the rising sun. I was born, a shotgun in my hands, behind the gun, I'll make my final stand. Yeah, and that's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny. Bad Company.
Thoughts?
No. Nope.
Don't like it.
No, it's metal Nickelback. Pass.
Well, I guess there's a point there.
Give me...